This movie sucks. Hello, chaps. What's up? How's it going in this crazy quarantine time? I have been inside of my house for probably 2 weeks now. I'm guessing that it's the same for everybody else, but it's crazy not seeing other people for so long. No, this video is not gonna be a downer. This video is gonna be fun. So cheers to fun. I'm doing intermittent fasting during this whole corona thing, and I don't know if it's healthy. Am I supposed to not do the intermittent fasting during a pandemic? The movie, what's the name of it? The movie Dare Me. It's so dumb. Okay, a little backstory before I start. The movie is about cheerleaders. So when I saw it being recommended in my Netflix page, I was like super excited because I just finished the documentary. I believe it's called Cheer. It's about these young athletes who are cheerleaders, men and women, and they're like amazing. It's a great documentary. I really loved watching it, and it was super interesting. So when I saw that this is a movie about cheerleaders, I was super excited. I was totally ready for something cool. However, it's not cool. It's so dumb. I mean, it's an okay movie. I'm guessing that I'm gonna finish the series. So the movie starts with this like really creepy sound effect, right? And when I saw that, I was like, what the hell am I going to watch? Is it gonna be a teen drama, or is it gonna be like murders and like ghosts and stuff? I don't like scary movies, by the way. For all of you who don't know, I'm super scared of scary movies and I don't like watching them.
There's something dangerous about the boredom of teenage girls.
The first line that we hear from the movie is, "There is something dangerous about teenage girls being bored." That's gonna be a very much occurring theme, that this whole TV series is very corny.
Coach said that once. But she said it not like a mom or a teacher or a guidance counselor. She said it like she knew and understood. Coach saw something in us, something quivering and real.
Can I just say how crazy cheerleading is? After I watched the documentary Cheer that I told you earlier about, I was like, how? Like, these teens are going through such extensive training and it's so extreme. Yeah, I mean, well done.
Most of all, she could see that we were waiting, had always been waiting for her, until it went too far.
Until it went too far. So creepy. So that is the first scene. Very creepy, very slow-mo, very dark, you know, all of that. And then we're being hit with the 3 months earlier. So it's gonna definitely be one of those Pretty Little Liars where they kill somebody and then we see how everything unveils. So at this point, I'm totally hooked. You know, I'm ready to see what happened in these 3 months. I'm ready to meet the main characters.
I can lift you up, speed walk, burning rubber on my enemies. Little baby me trying to play with my dollies. Rip all their heads off, tell them I'm sorry. I'm a Tesla, a new Ferrari.
So in the first scene, we meet our two main characters. They are these teenage girls. I'm guessing they will be cheerleaders, and they are bad girls. Shots fired, bad girls. Shout out to all the bad girls out there. Yep, okay. We get to know the two main characters of this TV show, Beth and Addie. They're best friends attending the same high school and the same cheerleading squad. Beth is the captain of the squad and Addie is her trusted right hand. The show goes to great length to present Beth as this comically nasty, mean girl with deep, dark side. And we have this scene where she's on top of this guy, right? He's holding her and he looks like he is not even trembling, you know? He's just like, yeah, what's up? I'm so strong. And then she's just sitting there just chilling. Her face doesn't even show any effort or anything like that. Another main character of this show is Coach French. She is a famous cheerleading coach who left her pristine career to come back to her small hometown because of her husband getting a job offer there. Although on a few occasions we're being told that the cheerleading squad was hoping and praying for a passionate coach who really cares about the team, in the moment they finally got exactly that, Beth instantly decided that she hates Coach French and she would rebel against her. Why would exactly the captain of the squad, the one who seemingly cares the most about their performance and shape, be upset once they finally get a star coach? That was never really explained in the movie, and it was pretty much just assigned to the fact that Beth is simply constantly unhappy about everything, which I thought was pretty dumb. And of course, we all knew that we're gonna have a scene at the start where she's gonna be like,
What do I see? Spray tans? Gummy bear thighs? Backyard tumblers? And I don't see a squad.
you all suck. You suck so bad. Gummy bears and thick thighs. Who the hell loves thick thighs nowadays? And of course we have a scene where Top Girl is showing attitude. What? She pulls out a cell phone after an intense workout. She is barely wearing anything. Where the hell did she pull out the cell phone from? This scene makes no sense. Then we have this like really weird scene where they're showing the two main characters as these bullies. They're bullying this younger girl who they call Fetus. What? Then we get to know that Cassidy, you remember? The girl that Beth and Addie bullied and called her a fetus? Weirdest diss ever. Turns out she's Beth's half-sister. Their dad, who apparently is a hotshot big money in town, well, I guess somewhere down the line he decided to have an affair with the neighbor next door, resulting in his wife and his side piece living not more than 200 meters apart from one another. Yikes.
Yikes! That's gonna be a fucking yikes from me, holy shit!
In another shot, we see a very sweet moment where the husband of the coach bought her a surprise gift. Expensive shoes, UP, which apparently, unfortunately, they cannot afford. Coach French at first is hesitant to accept them, saying that they cannot afford them, they don't have the resources right now. But then her husband says, it's not what we can afford, it's what you deserve. Oh, that is so sweet, but hold up. Don't get too emotional, because only a few scenes later, he gets mad at her and takes them away.
It turns out you were right. About the shoes, I mean. We can't afford them.
Yeah, I guess thanks for the gift. And that's not even the end of it. Later in the episode, she actually turns up with those shoes. So it just makes absolutely no sense. He bought her the shoes, gifted them, but then took them away, but then she still has them. This whole thing with the shoes, it makes absolute no sense. So there is this next scene where Colette, the coach, she is meeting one of the moms. In this scene, the mom is so extremely rude. She's constantly talking on top of her, interrupting her, and she invites her to this party, and the coach is like, no thanks, maybe another time or whatever. It's just so weird how she's like constantly talking on top of her.
Love to host one for you.
Thanks. Maybe once we get
Oh,
settled.
Riri is crazy about you.
Of course, I was waiting for this scene, dude. The slow-mo of the girls walking down in the hall. It cannot be a teenage movie if there is not a scene of the girls walking down the hall and everyone turning around looking at them like, I don't know what kind of school all teenage dramas were shot at, but Which is that school where whenever somebody is walking, everybody are like, whoa, this person who I see every single day is walking in the corridor, which happens the same every single day. The last scene that we see in this first episode of Dare Me is the scene of the party in the woods. At first, everything appears to be normal. Everybody is just running around, drinking and hooking up with one another. Then, out of the blue, nutjob Beth finds a gun in one of the cars and decides to point it at her best friend. Beth holds Addie at gunpoint, pretty much telling her what a shitty friend she has been ever since the new coach came in town. Addie is trying to defuse the situation by telling Beth to calm down and promising her that everything will be back to normal soon. One of the army guys who is attending the party ends up grabbing the gun away from her, and that's pretty much how the whole scene ends. So what do you guys think happens after this scene? Do you think that maybe they called the cops and Beth has been charged with handling somebody at gunpoint? No, of course not. That's a Netflix TV show. So imagine your best friend, right? You're partying, you're getting drunk, and your best friend is pissed at you for some reason, right? What does she do? Have a talk with you, have a normal conversation with you, tell you, hey man, I really didn't like you doing that one thing. No, how about they pick up a gun and points it at you and almost murder you? Okay, friendship over. That's pretty much a deal breaker. The last twist in this first episode is when Beth and Addie go back to the forest to look for Beth's missing cell phone. Not only do they find the cell phone, but they also find their new coach doing that dirty business in a car at a forest in the middle of the night with a guy who is not her husband. Jeez Louise. Talk about drama, am I right? And this is how the first episode of the Netflix show ended. Although I did enjoy watching it, I must admit most of the writing just felt so lazy. Beth's character came across as unpurposely mean and bitchy. The whole script was full of outdated high school stereotypes, and it all felt a little bit flat to me at the end. Nonetheless, I am most definitely gonna watch the next episodes, so if you would like me to review them, just leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed that video. If you did, please feel free. If you would like to subscribe, the button is down below. You can do that. You can turn on notifications if you like to get notifications from my channel every time that I upload. I hope that you're enjoying these more relaxed videos where I'm not really playing the cello. I am, however, gonna have a new music upload in a few days, so stay tuned for that. That is coming very, very soon. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. If you would like to watch some musical videos, here's a playlist that you can click. It's all music. So yeah, okay, bye.